Welcome to Pocha 89. What's up, everyone? Welcome back.
We're back with a new location.
Yep, yes, it is. It's different today.
Yeah. It's more homey, comfy.
Yeah, it's very comfortable, low light, more like a speak easy version compared to the last one.
Low sofa.
I love it. I love this setting.
New week, same drink.
Yeah,
Is it? We had this last time, right?
we had this last week and we liked it so much. Just kidding. We didn't have enough. We didn't have enough time to prepare a new type of drink today. Sorry, bear with us. But this is gonna be our third week's drink again.
Again, this is Sochu, which is a Japanese soju.
Japanese soju, watered down vodka.
Not as strong as vodka. Very similar brewing process.
Yeah.
As soju.
Yep.
And it tastes very different.
It was It's more like watered down vodka plus sake.
But not in a bad way.
Nah, it's actually really good.
So grab a drink if you have one around you, and let's
cheers. See, you taste sake, but you also taste like distilled, watered down vodka. It's like a good mix.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jasper, for preparing our Anju for today.
Yeah. Even though this is a pocha, I made something that's usually never in a pocha, but I was so inspired. I went to Barcelona last year, and there's a lot of like tin fish going on there, and we had this dish where it's tin fish and tomato on top of a baguette. So good. And I'm someone who like mostly eats Asian food.
Yeah.
And I hate it to admit that because my dad's that and I don't like that about him. We're all just becoming versions of our own parents.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I know you always, 99% of the time, you cook Asian food.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like when you try to cook for someone, you invite us, we know immediately like, oh, it's going to be Asian food, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. But then knowing that you cook Asian food, now but today we have this European style.
Yeah. It's one of them is a bonito fish on top of tomatoes. And I don't know why, but the tomatoes in Barcelona are completely different. They taste really good. It's like super savory, super sweet. There's all the flavors of tomato, but like stronger. Whereas
True.
the tomatoes in the ones I've had here taste like watered down tomatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There must be something in there.
Mass production and then genetically modified. For sure.
Love America.
For sure, yeah. Love America.
The other one is a tin salmon, smoked salmon, on top of a garlic spread.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, should we have one?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this one first. This is good. This is great. Oh, maybe this is Asian side of me. So good. No. Scallion. Chives. But this itself, for me, as a person who usually, most of the time, cook European food or like American food, or we call it, don't get me wrong, white people food. I love this already.
You know what I want on top of this? Ikura.
Oh, yes.
That'd be good.
That'd be good. That'd be good. With little hint of wasabi. Ooh.
Wasabi and salmon? Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Anyways, so what are we talking about today? You actually brought up a really interesting topic. And then immediately, as soon as I read your note, this is what we're going to talk about. What do you think about it? And I was like, I'm down.
Okay, so I think throughout your life and daily routine, there's always like unfortunate things that happen. And a lot of times I'm like, God, I wish, or somebody up there, I wish somebody would punish them. You see someone doing wrong and you're just like, I wish something, there needs to be repercussions for bad behavior or evil behavior.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times people get away with it. So I thought of a game where, and these are all hype scenarios. So what if you could assign a punishment for certain things in the world that people do that they get away with. And what is that punishment?
Oh, see? I like this.
So the game that I just made up is called Divine Punishment.
Oh, I wonder what that is. You know what? I'm excited. I'm excited.
Okay, so one of my biggest pet peeves in New York after moving here is the noise pollution. Cars honking for no reason.
Ain't that true,
You can
baby?
just do, there's a very polite way to honk. It's boop, boop. Like, sure, hey, I'm here. It's a courtesy honk. And then there's the anger honk, which is full of emotion, where it's long, elongated, more than 5 second honk,
Oh,
and
that's
more
a
than
terrible
one
one.
time.
Oh.
And then after the long one, there's a couple short ones, and then a long one again.
Oh, there's a sequence there.
It's almost more.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that.
That really annoys me because obviously nobody can move. What is it gonna do?
Exactly.
Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
The only
Bulldoze through it? No.
the only person that benefited from that is you just releasing a little bit of your
Anger.
anger, and everybody else is inconvenienced by you. The worst is when you live in a neighborhood where there are cars driving at night, and you hear that, and you can't sleep because that's all you can hear. That's the city life that I chose. That's my fault, but still.
Yeah. It could have been avoided.
Yeah.
But if you live in New York City, especially Manhattan, even if you think you can avoid it, you can't.
If you have that kind of anger management problems,
Seek advice. Seek someone for help.
don't drive.
Don't drive.
I think part of your license, actually, when you take the license test, they should do an anger management test.
I'm gonna fail. Yeah, I know I'm gonna fail.
Yeah, they like test your limits of how angry you
Oh,
get,
I'm failing
and if your heart rate goes up, fail.
every moment.
You'll get a $20 Uber card.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my
Ooh.
divine punishment
Okay, let's go.
for people who honk aggressively because they make it so I can't sleep at night. I would love for every time they do that night, they have chronic insomnia.
You
They
gotta
wake up-
define.
They can't sleep.
Oh my
They
god.
wake up tired, not refreshed. I place that curse upon them.
Ooh, but here's the thing. What you just said sounds like what they just had before they started to honk like that because they couldn't go to sleep because they had a really bad start in the morning. They end up just releasing that stress through honking like that. So I'm like, something more evil than just chronic like sleep paralysis or whatever you just said.
They get hit by a car,
Damn.
but they don't get injured. The car
Ooh.
gets a dent. Maybe the bumper falls off,
Ooh, okay.
and they have to take time off and repair it.
You still want to save those people's life. You don't want to do anything about their life, right?
Well, no, they don't deserve death.
Oh, I
They
think
need to
some
see-
people
they
deserve
need to
death.
Feel the consequences of their own actions.
Okay, good. I understand, but here's the thing. Mine, one thing that I can think of. This could be a little heavy, but I'm gonna make it, short and then precise and then quick. But there's one case in Korea that happened quite a long time ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. A guy followed after a child, a girl who was maybe 6 or 7 years old, followed after her into a public restroom, essayed her, S-A. I'm not going to say the word because we're on YouTube, but essayed her. And she literally, I'm not going to explain what happened to her. She basically survived, but when police officer found out exactly what he did to her, I can't even describe it. I can't. It just hurts my heart. I'm just going to say the two word essayed, right? Basically, the inner organs was outside of her body and she still survived. And she is in high school right now. She is a motivative speaker going around in Korea telling, hey, even I lived through all this pain and like I survived, and please be positive for those people, for all the women who are victims of this case, like of similar cases. When I first heard of this story, I kid you not, I was like, you don't deserve life. You don't deserve life. Sorry, you don't deserve life. You need to die. You are in your cell right now. You're in jail. You're in your cell. I hope somebody comes up to you, whether that's ghost or another inmate, and kill you that night. I'm so sorry. You gotta die. Cause
I heard, I don't know about Korean prisons, but in US prisons, like rapists or child
child
molesters
molesters.
get the worst treatment from
Yeah.
other inmates because they all have mothers and sisters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Korea too. They don't treat you like human being. The moment you walk in,
So isn't that better because he has lived his life being like bullied and mistreated by other inmates rather than just a quick death?
but here's the thing. I've read this in a lot of case files, and I've watched videos about similar stories and topics about this. A lot of professional people says that usually people who would commit this kind of gruesome acts with this kind of behavior, they tend to be psychopathic, have mental
Yeah,
disorders,
something
right?
is malfunctioning.
Right. Where they don't know how to feel what other people feel. They don't know what feeling is, right?
Yeah, they don't have the empathy.
Yeah, they don't have empathy. Not for only other people, for themselves either.
That's
So, them being within the jail community, them being alone, them being lower rank within all the inmates around them, it doesn't affect them. They're just there living their life. Periodically, every certain hour, you get your food, you go out there, exercise, you come back in, you take shower, you go to sleep. They don't care.
Okay, what if he got therapy or whatever and he's, oh, I am a whole new man now and I want to enter back into society? You don't believe in change?
I honestly don't really believe in change. Change can happen. It doesn't happen that easily when you have crossed the line as a human being,
Yeah.
have gave up your dignity to be an evil person, to commit something that's considered the most gruesome thing you can ever do as a person, human being, to another person, and you say you are changed. Maybe you did internally within yourself, you believe it, but don't ask me to believe that you have changed. I'm not going to sit around 10 years to look at you how well of a life, how drastically you have changed over 10 years and you're a better person now. I'm not going to sit around 10 years to look at how better a person you are now. No, you have committed the crime. You crossed that line as a human being. That's it.
That's also the difference between you and me.
I see that.
You're like, you get one chance. If you screw it up, done, gone.
Yeah, that's me.
I give people second chances, maybe third.
Yeah.
And that's why we're single.
Oh, that. But whew, here's the thing. If you guys all have chance, look this up on Google. Milyang, Milyang. It's a Korean movie about a mother whose daughter got essayed and killed by this man. And you know what? Justice is alive. He was sentenced to spend rest of his life in jail, right?
Is there death penalty in Korea?
There is death penalty, but it was after maybe like 1980, 1995 or 1996. They still have death sentence, but it's never done. It's basically,
Sentenced.
sentenced, right? But this movie is about a lady who moved into a countryside with her only daughter, and her daughter got raped, R word, and then she got killed. And this guy, justice is alive. This guy got sentenced in jail for the rest of his life. Here's the thing. One day she was like, she goes to church, and she so called in Christian theological way of saying she got saved. She believed in Jesus. She believed in God, and she's, oh, I'm a believer now. I am ready to forgive this guy who raped my daughter, who killed my daughter. So she goes to jail.
She goes to visit him in jail.
well, she goes to visit him
doesn't
in
get
jail.
arrested.
Yeah, she didn't get arrested, but she goes to visit him and said, "How you doing? I'm here to forgive you and everything." You know what he said? He was like, "Oh, thank you, but you know what? Don't worry, because I've also been saved by Jesus too. I believe in God now, and He has saved me. He has washed my sin away." She walked out of that jail, immediate crisis, mental crisis. She's breaking down on the street. She was crying and thinking, before I even forgive him, how dare you to forgive him? That emotional layers that the movie tried to portray through her
Is
cry.
this based off a real story or?
It's a real story.
Okay, okay.
Oh my God. Yo,
Like, are you just making up scenarios?
no. I'm like, crazy. When I watched that movie, so this lady, the actress who played this women's role character, she won a prize award at Cannes film in France, and then later on, a few years later, she was one of the judges to judge who's gonna get the award next year was stuff. Anyway, so she's like really big star in Korea, but after I watched that movie, I was like, yo, is there okay, you talking about honking, releasing some stress. I understand that person may need some rest, and I'm so fine to give that person like just a little bit of punishment, right? But when we're talking about those victims who are raped and killed, is there redemption?
I always believe in redemption.
Oh, that's why the world is positive because of you, because I can't.
I think humans can change to a certain extent. In the end, you are who you are.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about how long you can lie about it. So your divine punishment for people who essay other people is immediate death, struck by thunder, poison,
Very
slow death,
Mm.
like bleeding to death.
Yeah, bleeding to death, or one of the worst deaths out there. I don't know in which country this is. We're not talking about Roman time. We're not talking about Roman time. Stone, no. I would say, have you heard about this? I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the days, there used to be jails where they put an inmate in one cell in a small, tiny room without any sunlight. Solitary confinement, yes. Without any type of light at all. And I've seen so many videos where some people do experiment on this one too. They try to survive 24 hours without any sunlight, being in a really dark room.
Okay.
It actually makes people go crazy.
Arson, bleeding to death,
Mm.
starvation.
Oh, starvation.
That's worse for us. Coming cannot be starved.
I can't.
Okay.
I
Be
can't.
hungry.
Mm-mm. I can't. I don't deserve that kind of punishment.
No. Just
Yeah. Just take my money away, but just still give me some food.
That's called a transaction. That's called paying for food.
That is so true. Oh my God, what am I talking about? But you know what? Yeah, punishment for us, the worst punishment could be starvation for those type of people. Yo. But really think about it though. Have you imagined getting locked up in a room? There's not even a single beam of light, and no noise or sound at all. You get stuck in that room for 24 hours. Imagine that's just for 24 hours for us to experiment, but thinking about those people who that was part of a punishment that they need to get in their lives before they die and get stuck in that room for
don't think
24
I could do
hours or
24
more.
hours.
I can't.
I could barely do 6 hours without TikTok last night when it got banned.
Oh Jesus. So
I almost died.
oh Lord, yeah, you're such a TikToker. Honestly though, so I went to gym today, right, in the morning. There's, every gym has TVs,
Yeah.
and there was one TV with the news channel on, and they're talking about TikTok is officially banned in the United States, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize it because I don't do TikTok.
Before I sleep, my nightly routine is just like, what's going on in the world?
And TikTok is the source.
And I thought it was gonna get banned on the 19th. It was shut down on the 18th.
Immediate.
Like I don't know what time it was. It's like when I went on, it was like 9 o'clock. It was already gone. And I felt this sense of hopelessness,
Emptiness.
lost.
Mm.
What was that? What do I do with this time now? Do I read a book?
Yes.
Do I pray?
Of
Do I
course.
meditate?
Yes.
I don't know how to do any of that. I know how to read.
I'm sure you do.
But it was just like, it was a weird feeling. Yeah.
I understand as a person who's not on TikTok as often as all other people around me is I'm so sorry. The difference wasn't that big. The
Oh, yeah.
impact wasn't
Not
really
for you.
that striking, but I feel it because I got so many messages from people around me. They're like, I don't know what to do now. I have so many free time, and I'm like, woo, you could use that for something else. But I don't think that was it was the right timing for me to say that. So I was like, oh, I feel so bad. But I hope you find your own another way to
Anyways,
enjoy your
back.
time. Oh, welcome back.
Supposedly, Trump saved it. Or postponed the ban for like 90
Yeah,
days.
only because they within that 90 days, what they're trying to do is make sure the TikTok is being sold to American company.
I heard talks of, oh, maybe we own 50% of it. But ByteDance hasn't replied about that yet.
We'll see what it happens because of the millions of users and the hyped and also the popularity. It's just not easy to get rid of it completely. It's not.
It's crazy because the economy will literally be affected by this.
Exactly. And that's something that Trump was saying, I want to work on that. Well, better not ban TikTok first. So I think it's a smart idea. At the end, here's the thing. I think it's a smart idea for them to try to like ban TikTok so that the mother company in China would sell TikTok completely to US company and then it become the US thing. If that's their goal, do it. As
The
long as
Chinese, they don't need the US money.
they already have US
We
money.
owe them money.
Lord. That is so true. Wait. Okay, so going back to punishment, divine punishment. What is your
Okay, I
second?
have another one.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Mine are obviously not as like extreme as yours. That's like essay or like death penalty. But one thing that irks me that goes unpunished is influencers who make claims on their channels. They have a big following. They make claims on their channels and just lies. Complete lie. And it's just, they're like dumb lies. You don't need to make this lie, but you make it just to make it more clickbait. Like, example, they go to a restaurant. This is the first place that ever had kimchi jjigae in New York. That's not true.
Honey.
This is the only place that serves this dish in
Oh,
New
yeah.
York.
Yeah.
That is completely not true. You do not do any research. You're just making shit up.
Yeah.
Another one that I was really like irked by is a lot of Asian influencers were like selling this collagen powder. I look like this because I've been taking collagen for so long. Sir or ma'am, this collagen powder just came out. How long have you been taking this?
Ah,
And you need to take collagen for a long time
long
to see
time.
results. It can't just be like 1 week and you're like, wow, I look like this because I've been taking this. Like that is literally impossible. But now everyone thinks that this collagen powder is helping you, gonna make you look like this person.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the probiotics in the kimchi that you eat every day. It's the soup that your mom made every night when you were a kid that had all the herbs and Chinese
Nutrients.
medicine in it.
Yep.
Like it's about diet, it's about exercise, it's about all of it together. But they're like, it's because of this collagen powder that I look like this. Come on. People do believe you and you get your commission, but it's just so wrong. It's not just the collagen powder. And how long have you taken this powder? What else have you like? There's no studies behind
Yeah.
it. It's just like a random claim that you made, and like I look like this because I took this, but like part of it's genetics, diet, all of that.
So this is more about the moral and ethical
Yeah.
responsibility.
Like in advertising, you get sued your ass out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
But
So
like-
what would be the punishment for that?
They get scammed.
Ooh.
Credit card theft, identity theft.
Ooh. Wait, that includes like losing money?
100%. If you got your identity theft. Yeah.
I like that.
I don't wish harm against them, but because they didn't sell a product that's harmful to you, but they just sold to money, where it's I'm making shit up so I can make more money. So the divine punishment should be at the same level.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's really a big problem too.
Right?
I really think
Like,
so.
there's no enforcement
Mm.
of factual data and
Mm.
factual statements made on influencer kind of industry.
Yeah.
I think there are influencers who do a lot of research. They cite their sources. Or it's the influencers like, this is what I did. I didn't take this product. I took this product for a full 6 months. This is the before and after.
Yeah.
This is the control. This is the real test that I did with my own body. I'll be like, I believe you.
Mm.
But then if it's just like, you see this great bouncy skin? It's because I took this collagen powder. I don't tell you how long I took it. I don't tell you what else I'm doing. I don't tell you if I'm using their $500 laser, on the weekends. Like,
I see the point. Yeah. It's really annoying sometimes, like when I look at all these like YouTube shorts or Instagram reels or TikTok, where suddenly out of nowhere this influencer comes out with this brand or product specifically and says, "Oh, I gained this so much of this and that, and you should do it." And I'm like, well, at least for me, when I look at them, I'm like, good for you. It doesn't really want to make me purchase it.
but the thing is, you
I'm
can
very
tell,
skeptical.
like, you can tell, oh, are you making this up? You're skeptical about it. But there are
I'm
people
very
out there be like,
skeptical.
oh my God, you look great. I want what you
Yeah.
have. And this collagen powder or whatever else product is going to make me look like you.
You know what? Back in college, I got scammed basically by Proactive. Do you remember that brand, Proactive?
Proactive, what worked?
Yeah, but just the way how they advertise, it was all up in my face. Whichever channel I turn on to, because back then TikTok never existed, Facebook Market thing never existed. It was just basically me going through channels on TV, and I would see like they're like, "Oh my God, it works! Your acne's gone." And I use my dad's credit card to pay for it. My dad's like, I have someone just made a purchase with my card in the US. If it ain't you, then it's a credit card fraud case." And I'm like,
Somebody
it was
else
me. Yeah. But then I got a bunch of products. I've tried it. It was just not for me. I had more acne problem because of the product. Not that I'm saying Proactive is a bad brand. It's more like it did not fit or match my skin
I
type.
think Proactive was certainly for a certain type of acne, a certain type of skin type. And I don't think Proactive probably should have been more of a temporary kind of solution rather than a permanent one.
True.
I think when you go too long using Proactive ingredients, obviously I don't remember what the active ingredients in there were, but like probably really not great for your skin. Now skincare industry is much better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, back then Proactive was big. I remember like Justin Bieber was a ambassador.
Really?
That's when he was big too.
Wow. When he was singing like baby. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, my second divine punishment case here. It burdens my heart to even talk about this, and I'm sorry that I have to bring up something that's really heavy for this episode, but I want to talk about it. Recently, for the past ever since pandemic, I'm sure this happened before pandemic too, but ever since pandemic, it got worse where all those people who get pushed in the subway station
Yeah.
on the rail,
Yeah.
or those people who get burned alive in the subway,
It's always like people who are,
mentally ill.
yeah.
I understand when you go to a court, when you commit something really bad and you go to a court, And when you are diagnosed with any mental disorders, or you, in that specific moment when you committed a crime, you were intoxicated, you were under the influence of some sort of substances, or let's just say alcohol or drug, sometimes those cases are dismissed because there's no way that it can be evaluated, analyzed because you were not in the right state of mind because of substances and yada yada. Yeah, you still go to jail, you're sentenced to a certain amount of years, but it is drastically lower than those people who commit those crimes when they're completely sane. I think, to me personally, that's still BS. Because I'm Korean, I follow up with a lot of Korean news channels and news articles. There's so many cases in Korea where people take advantage of that. I feel like that's one of those like
Oh, like pleading. What is
pleading,
plead like insanity or
yeah, insanity or mental disorder, whatever that is. They're like, oh, I don't remember because I was drunk. I don't remember because I was taking medication and then I had to be it's like put to sleep for a certain amount of hours and I have sleepwalking problems, so I don't know that I killed someone on the street. That should not be a reason why you get out of like you get out of it after you commit something heinous, right? To all those people, whether intentionally you use that as a weapon to protect yourself and get yourself out of any type of responsibility, I'm sorry, you don't get no chance. Yes, you're mentally ill, but still, what you have committed, it is very wrong. For those people who lost their life on a train track, and I saw an actual video of that woman who was sleeping in the subway who got burned alive.
yeah.
Devastating. She did not deserve that. And that person, I don't know, well alive. I'm sure he's in a jail getting fed by tax money, well alive. What's a divine punishment for that kind of people? And again, maybe you feel like I'm merciless here, but that's though whenever I like whenever I encounter those kind of cases, when I read those kind of cases, watch those kind of cases on YouTube or news channels, I'm like, I want you to die.
Okay, the lady didn't die. Do you still want him to die?
Yeah. Lady didn't die, but for the rest of her life, that scar, not only the scar, here's the thing. I bet 100% still till this moment, she's still healing. I've got burned before. Not even second degree, third degree, first degree burn. It hurts so much. And for it to heal completely, starting from the swelling up process, bubbling up
How
process,
did you get burned?
I was dumb enough that. So I was in a campfire. I didn't know one of the wooden chair that was next to the fire was burnt. It looked completely black. So it was basically live charcoal still burning, but it completely looked black. And I was like, oh, I can sit on it. And I sit on it with my shorts on. So I burnt my butt. It hurt so much. And I cannot sit on a chair for an entire week because it was swelling up, bubbling up, the whole process of healing when you get a burn.
So was it like
Takes
first degree, second degree?
It was first degree and it hurt so fucking much. Imagine that lady who got in the entire body burned from hair to toe. The healing process, honey, I can't imagine. And that probably, I'm so sorry. I'm speaking on behalf of her. Maybe she might have thought in her sane mind, I might as well just die right now. I cannot bear with this pain. For someone to think like that, and you are the one who committed that, sweetheart, die. Maybe this is extreme, but divine punishment, like I said, this is not going to happen in reality, right? We're just thinking in our imagination.
Hypothetical.
Just die. You don't deserve a life, whether you're mentally ill.
What kind of death?
Same. Eye to eye, ear to ear, nose to nose, lips to lips.
Burned.
Burn.
Alive.
Slow
Okay,
burn.
Do we have time? I have another one that they should be burned alive.
Ooh, tell me.
LA fires, the people who are starting new fires on top of natural fires,
Those motherfuckers. I'm sorry. I'm gonna edit that out. Those motherfuckers.
burned alive.
Those people who's looting,
Oh,
burned to
burned
death.
alive. Burned alive.
Yeah,
With a small flame.
with a small flame.
It takes 48 hours for that to
Exact.
burn.
No, even more than that. Slow burn. You might as well want your life to end at that moment, so like lightning struck. But no, it can't. Whenever you're burnt too much, I'm gonna pray for the rain to stop the fire, and then
But the
you
rain,
relight the
that comes
fire.
down is gasoline.
Gasoline, yes.
Yeah.
Burn even harder.
And then we're gonna take a picture of that. It'll become an art piece, and we'll auction it. The money will go back to.
Oh my, we sound very evil right now. Are we emotionally like enraged?
I mean, this is hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetical. But honestly though, yeah.
That was
Did you know for the LA fire thing, those people, group of people gathered together, they actually planned looting those empty houses. Pre-plan. It's not, oh, I see that empty house is about to get burned. I'm like, let's just say I don't have nothing in my pocket. I'm about to die. Let me just steal some food out of a fridge. Nothing like that. Even that is trespassing and is actually against the law. But here's the thing. Just try to get into someone's house to take food that can be replenished again. But we're talking about looting an empty house because you want to take some high-end like 60 inches TV so we can go home and watch that TV and use that TV for the rest of your life, while there's people who used to own that property who's homeless now, die third degree till death right now, but they're living and they're breathing.
we are hypothetically.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Today I love this is why I said I love the topic today.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but you know what? I want everyone who watched this video to also feel the emotional, what do we call it?
Passion.
Yeah, the ups and downs that we're experiencing right now. I'm sure you guys thought of that too. We're just like speaking on behalf of everyone who feel the same way. For those people who doesn't feel the same way as us, sorry. We love to listen to your story. Write it in the comment, but at least if we're on the same page, we're just speaking on behalf of you. For those people who committed crime, who make other people's life miserable, slow death.
Taking advantage of a natural disaster. Shame.
Shame. Right there. Shame. I know shame very well.
Oh, we know you know.
Oh, I
People
know.
of New York know.
Oh, yeah. The New York City knows I'm shame. The entire walk of shame I've done from 5th Avenue to like 49th Street and 78th Street. Darling, I've been there. Catwalk. Running out of a hookup house. Like, nothing happened at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, overslept. Ew. I just had to run off. Oof. But shame.
It's called the Walk of Shame, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
You remember? Okay, I used to text you like randomly at 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. after like we hang out the night before and we say goodbye and I end up at someone's place and I'm like,
And I
"What?"
check at 10 a.m. when I wake up. You went somewhere else after going out? That's crazy.
I know, and I'm like, I'm doing a walk of shame around at like 6:30 a.m. Everyone is fresh and looking good. Oh yeah, going back home. Oh, you know what? Going back to the divine punishment.
This is just part one. I'm sure there's so many more
Oh yes.
punishments for us to give out.
Oh yes. Wait, leave it in the comment section, right? What type of punishment do you think
Or
we should
who-
talk about?
Who deserve some punishment out there?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Who deserve any public figures that you know that we all know who deserve divine punishment?
Oh, too many public figures. But
If they say their mother or let's just say their sister, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know who that person is. But God bless them. But
it's not, no place of mine to give them punishment.
I know. But if we're talking about public figure, I guess like we know who that person is.
That's
But
true. That's true. Well, this was a good
It was,
topic.
yeah, it was deep.
Yeah. Well, mine were about honking and influencers, and yours about essay and death.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I take responsibility for dragging this entire mood, the
But, you know,
sense down.
they all deserve something.
Yeah,
Who are we to give punishment?
yeah, that's true.
We're just lowly humans living on this earth trying to survive. We have no right to give punishments.
We don't, but also here's the thing. For whoever out there who don't know us, they may not believe us, and you have all the right to not to believe, but we've been living our life for the past, let's just say ever since I first known you, like 5 years ago. We were never out there trying to take away other people's
Joy.
joy. We always celebrate together.
Yeah.
If you look at us, I'm not trying to lift our name high, but let's just say like we go around, we try to be positive, we try to be really nice to
Spread
people,
joy.
spread joy. When they're singing hallelujah, we sing hallelujah. When they're singing happy birthday, we sing happy birthday. We sing along. So another learning from today's topic is, you know what? Just be positive. Don't let your stress
That's
out.
not what we talked about.
Yeah, but be positive. Don't let the stress out on someone because that someone,
Don't do nothing that will get punishment
yeah, because someone's gonna play a Ouija board on you.
or curse you.
Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
a real thing.
That's a real
It's
thing.
another topic for
Another
another day.
topic, another day.
Cheers.
For that, cheers.